Hi, good day. So today we'll be doing January 2019, paper 121 to 40. I don't know why I have 20 here. Hold on. 21 to 40, or maybe a little bit more than 40, depending on how the question ends, right? The product of minus 2a and minus 3a, product means to multiply, so minus 2a multiplied by minus 3a. A minus and a minus is a plus, so we're looking for answers that have a positive, so it's not a and it's not b. 2 threes are 6, we're multiplying, so the answer would be D, right? Through a process of elimination. Right, if we look at this, when 6 is added to a number, so let's write this, 6 is added to some number x, and the sum is divided, so the sum of this is divided by 3, this is equals to 4. Right, so they said when 6 is added to a number and the sum is divided, so this sum is divided by 3 and the result is 4. State, I already wrote this down, this would be 6 plus x divided by 3 is equals to 4, which is B is your answer. Right? Althea normally saves X dollars each month, but in June she saves $4 more than twice her usual amount. So they're telling you her savings would be twice the amount, that's 2 multiplied by x, right, plus 4, which is 2x plus 4, which would be D, right? She saves $4 more than twice her usual amount, yeah. Right, let's look at this question. They said 3 plus 2 over x is equal to 1. The value of x is. Now, I'm going to use these options to see. Meaning, I'm going to put, they told you the values of x. I'm just going to put it underneath here and see if I can get 1. The first one is minus 1, so that's 3 plus 2 over minus 1. This would be 3, and 2 divided by minus 1 is minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so your answer is A. Right, instead of, or you could have done it like this, which is 3 plus 2 over x is equals to 1. We want to make x the subject of the formula. So what we would do is multiply this entire thing by x. So you're going to get 3 by x is 3x. 2 over x by x would be plus 2. And 1 by x is 1x. You make x the subject, so we're going to carry across 1. That's 3x minus 1x is equals to 2. Sorry, we carry this across as negative 2. Then 3 minus 1x is 2x is equals to negative 2. So x would be negative 2 divided by 2. So x is equals to minus 1. This is the next way, right? This way is very long, so you can stick to using your answers, right? This one, I believe we had this already, and the answer was 2 3/4, if I'm not mistaken, right? This was D. But let's check it out to make sure. We have x is equals to 4 and y is equals to 2. What is the value of x squared plus 3x all over xy? Wherever we see x, we're going to put 4. Wherever we see y, we're going to put 2. So it's going to be 4 squared plus 3 by 2 all divided by x by y, 4 by 2, right? So this would be 16 plus 12. No, 3 2s are 6, not 12. Right, plus 6 all divided by 8, which is 22 over 8. 8 could go into 22 2 times, remainder 6 over 8. 6 over 8 is reduced. This is 2 could go into 6 3 times, and 2 could go into 8 4 times. So it'll be 2 and 3 over 4, which is D. Right, this question expression is the same as they multiply the brackets. You just remove the brackets. Minus 2 by x is minus 2x. So all of them are correct so far. Then minus and a minus is a plus. 4 2s are 8. So we're looking for minus 2x. Minus and a minus are a plus, and then you multiply 2 by 4 is 8. So your answer would be B. Right, this is the next one. If your determinant, once you see this little thing, it means your determinant is equal to 0, it is a singular matrix. If it is equal to 1, then it is identity matrix, okay? This one, 28 refers to the following matrices, x and y. X is this, y is this. What is the order of the product order of matrix product xy. So if we multiply x by y, first off, we have to see the number of rows by column. X is 2 rows by 3 columns, and this is 3 rows by 2 columns, right? This is equal, right? So my product order would be the number of rows in my first matrix, right? Number of rows in my first matrix multiplied by the number of columns in my second matrix. So it will be a 2 by 2. So the answer is E. Right, number 29, a vector P. So you see, this is a question that was brought last year, right? But they changed it up. Last year was P minus 2Q, but now they put in minus P minus 2Q. So we know that P is equals to 3, 2, and Q is equals to minus 1, 4. If they ask for minus P, that is negative by 3, 2. That is equal to negative 3 and negative 2. All right, that is negative P. And then Q, they ask for 2Q. So you're multiplying 2 by Q, right? That is 2, open bracket, minus 1, 4. So this is equals to 2 by minus 1 is minus 2, and 4 2s are 8. So this would be, it's so far, and we're subtracting these two. So we have minus 3, 2, minus 2, 8. Right? This would be minus 3 minus 2, and then 2 minus 8. Minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5. No. Sorry. Minus 3 minus 2. Minus negative 2. I will be minus 3 plus 2, so that's minus 3 plus 2 all over 2 minus 8. Right? That is minus 1. So that's minus 2 minus 8 would be minus 10. So the answer is D. Right? So this was minus 2. Let me just put it here. All right. So it's minus 3 minus 2 is minus 3 plus 2, which is minus 1. And then minus 2 minus 8 is minus 10. So your answer is minus 1 minus 10, which is D. This question, they brought something similar last year. Item 30 refers to the following parallelogram, W, X, Y, Z. The parallelogram R is a midpoint of X, Y. Right? Based on the information above, ZR would be Z, and we're going to R, right? So we're starting at Z, going to Y, and then going to, right? So let's see, did they start with Z? Okay, let's write it out. So ZR is equals to ZY plus a half of, remember, YR would be, right? So this would be a half of, but instead of XY, we're going in the opposite direction. So this would be a half of YX, right? So this is it so far. But if we use parallelogram law, even if we look at this, they have no Y's, right? So they are using parallelogram law, which states that the opposite of ZY would be equal. So ZY is also known as WX, right? So we're looking for WX first. WX, so it would not be C or D. So it's either A or B. And because we said that it is going in the opposite direction, it would not XY. is going in the opposite direction. This will not be just a half, right? This would be a half by negative y x. No, not yx, xy. Negative xy, right? So first off, the opposite of xy is wz, right? So we want wx plus a half of minus wz. So this is wx minus a half wz, right? Which is b, right? So what we did, we used parallelogram law to find out the answer, right? Remember, if we look at the arrows, it is xy. If it is going in the opposite direction, that is why I have negative xy. So yx is the same thing as saying negative xy, right? And negative xy would be negative wz, right? That is how I got this. Number 31. If it took speedboat 8 hours to travel a distance of 180 kilometers, what is the average speed? We know that speed is distance over time. We know a distance is 1080 divided by time, which is 9, which is 12, and then 0, 120, which would be C. Let's look at this question now. The area of the trapezium. First off, we know area of a trapezium. Area, if you don't know the formula, look at your formula sheet. Area of a trapezium is a half A plus B, which is the opposite parallel sides multiplied by height. So it would be a half. A plus B would be 8 plus 12. That's the opposite parallel sides, and your height is 3. So that's a half by 8 plus 12 is 20. Multiplied by 3, that is 10 multiplied by 3, which is equals to 30. So your answer is 30, which is C. Right? Item 33 refers to the following circles with a center O. If the circumference of a circle is 15, then the length of minor arc AB is what? So the accent for AB. We know that circumference of a circle is 360 degrees. So if 360 is equals to 120, then 1 would be 120 over 360. Then we want to find out what is 120. Therefore, 120 would be, what am I saying? Sorry, no. If 360 is equals to 15 centimeters, right? Then 1 would be 15 over 360, right? And therefore, 120 would be 15 over 360 multiplied by 120 over 3 could go into 15, 5, so your answer is 5, right? Oh, they have the, so 120 over 360 multiplied by 15, which would be B, right? Number 34, the length of the sides of the triangle is x, 3x, and 2x, 2x, and 2x centimeters. If the perimeter is 20 centimeters, what is the value of x? We know that perimeter is distance around. So it's x plus 2x plus a next 2x is equals to 20. So x plus 2x plus 2x is 5x is equals to 20. So x would be 20 divided by 5. So x is equals to 4. Right? That is A. And that would be your answer. All right, let's look at this one. A rectangular garden plot 15 meters long and 12 meters wide is used to plant fruits and vegetables. If 80 meters squared of plot is used to plant... One second, guys. Right. As I was saying, if 80 meters squared of the plot is used to plant vegetables, what area of the plot is used to plant fruits? So first off, guys, we need to find area of the entire garden plot, right? So area is length times width, which is 15 times 12, right? And then whatever answer we have here, you're going to subtract 80 from it. All right, first off, what is 15 times 12? That's 15. Let's multiply this out. 15 by 12. This is 150, and then this is 30. Right, so that's 180. So it's 180 minus 80, which is equals to 100 meters squared. So B is your answer. Number 36. The distance around the lake is 8 kilometers. The map, this distance around the lake, it represents the distance around the lake is 8 kilometers. On the map, right, the distance around the lake is represented by a length of 2 centimeters. The scale on this map is, so 1 centimeter, not 1 centimeter, 1 kilometer. Why is it pink? Right. 1 km is equal to how many centimeters? All right, so we know that 1 kilometer is 100,000 centimeters, right? So they want, how much would be 80 kilometers? 8 kilometers. 8 kilometers would be 800,000 centimeters. Now that we have them in the same unit, right? So it would be for 2 to 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now we look at that, none of them have 2, all of them have 1. So we're going to divide this entire thing by 2. So this would be 1, and then this would be 4 and 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is D. Right, so first off, you just need to put this 8 kilometers, 2 centimeters, and then, because when you're doing ratio, guys, it must always be the same unit. And then you realize that your first, which is the smallest value, is 1. So you have to divide, to turn to 2 into 1, you have to divide by 2. So you divide by 2 throughout, so you get a 1 to 4,000 scale. Right, item 37 refers to the following diagram. This is 3 centimeters on top and 8 centimeters to the side. The diagram above, not drawn to scale, shows a cylinder of radius 3 and a height 8. The volume of the cylinder is, now, if we don't know the formula, guys, as I said, these things are given in your formula sheet. Volume of a cylinder is equal to, so if we look, volume of a cylinder here, this is the formula sheet that is given, right, is pi r squared h, right? So this is pi r squared h. That's the volume of a cylinder, right? Yeah. Now we know that their height is 8 and your volume is 3, so this is pi by 3 squared by height, which is 8. So that is pi, 3 squared is 9, multiplied by 8, 9 8s are 72. So your answer would be C, 72 pi centimeters squared. Right? Item 38 refers to the following diagram, not drawn to scale, which shows a cuboid. The volume of a cuboid is 320. The height is 5. If the volume has a square base, what is the length of one side of the base? First off, they're telling you that this side here is a square, right? So the length and breadth have to be the same. So they're telling you that we know volume of our cuboid is length times width times height is equal to 320. First off, length and width is equal. So length times width times 5 is equal to 320. So length times width would be 320 divided by 5. Length times width would be equal to 320 divided by 5 is 64. Right, now if we know that these sides are equal length and width is equal, what multiplied by what would give you 64? 8. 8 8s are 64, so my answer here would be E. Right, item 38 refers to the following scores which were obtained by 11 students in a competition. What is the modal score? Most popular. Which number are we seeing most? So we see 5, 3, 6, 8, 7, 8, 3, 11, 6, 3, 3. All right, I see 3 here 4 times, so it would be A. 3 would be your most popular score. Item 40 refers to the following pie chart, which shows a popular game played by 720 students. This question was repeated. How many students play cricket? First off, we're talking about percent. Your total percentage is always 100. So let's find out how much percent is cricket. So we know cricket is C plus 25 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30 is equals to 100. Right? So this is C plus 25 plus 10 plus 30 is, that's 35 plus 30 is 65. 65 is equals to 100. So C is equals to 100 minus 65. So C is equals to 35. So this here is 35. So cricket is 35. They're asking you what is 35%. We know that your total. So again, our total is 220 and total and percentage is 100. So if 100% is equals to 720, then 1% is equals to 720 divided by 100, and we want to know what is 35%. 35% would be 720 over 100 multiplied by 35 over 1, or you could have just said 35% of 720. All right, we cross out. Let's cross out these two zeros. We say that 5 into 35 is 7, 5 into 10 is 2, 2 into 72 is 36, 36 by 7, 7 6s are 42. Just look for one that have the 2 at the end, it would be C. All right, and that is the end of January 2019, numbers 21 to 40.